So, have you ever been villainized? Even though you have tried to be the bigger person time and time again, even though you have tried to steer clear or walk away from confrontation, um, have you stepped away from your truth because someone else you're dealing with couldn't handle it and you didn't want to hurt their feelings time and time again, but then finally you stopped accepting behaviors, stopped accepting your boundaries being crossed, and you started calling things out for what they are and the reality of certain situations. So there's a lot of people that are so insecure and so unwilling to do the work that they can't bear to handle the truth, handle looking within themselves, that they are willing to fight, gaslight, manipulate, and do everything that they can do to take your power away slowly over time and basically reflect that you are the villain and you are the problem. Okay, so I think that this video is really mostly gonna resonate with women, but it can resonate with some men as well. These will be divine masculine men that are fully in their power, are fully in their truth. But I think that a lot of women in the collective are going through this right now, and it is time to let the dark feminine villain arrive. This is how I feel. From this whole Aubrey Marcus situation, for example, okay, from this Wizard Liz situation, it's now coming out in the collective that even people of such a strong power, so spiritually strong, it's really shining a light that anyone can be manipulated. Anyone can be gaslit, and that will happen if you do not stand firm in your boundaries from the get-go. Okay, so just because you love someone, just because you care about someone, you go along with everything they say, and you don't want to cause issues, you don't want to cause a rift. So slowly over time, your power, your thought process, it is being siphoned and taken away. Okay, so this is going to be the first part of a series which is going to focus on gaslighting and manipulation. But in this video, I really want to focus on how it is time for the dark feminine inside of all of us to play the villain archetype, to take that role. Why? Because there's a lot of people that use power and manipulation to control others and are not willing to face themselves. And in order for the collective and the earth to rise, I think a lot of these people need to come down and they need to face their shadow. And I kind of honestly feel like this is like kind of where we're stuck right now, and the big breakthrough for people to truly rise. And love and light is great. Okay, love and light is great, but it can only do so much for someone that will not face their shadow, and that true and like these people, you know, they may, I'm going to be looking at this, they may not even know what they're doing. Sometimes power, it just gets to your head, that feeling of, even if you don't know what you're doing consciously, like the feeling of siphoning power and getting people to do what you want and agree with you and not call you out and making yourself the good guy and villainizing someone else, that energetically brings them power. And that's why when someone stands up and calls someone out, they cannot handle it. So this is very, very important, because if this doesn't start happening, then, you know, cults are going to rise in the next few years. And so this series is going to be about not allowing people to take your power away, and to call shit out when you see it, to tell people what's up, to be strong and not be scared, to point out what you believe in, fight for what you believe, and stay true to yourself. So let's be honest, something is happening in the collective, particularly with women, where it's not just about empowerment anymore. We are disgusted, we're disappointed, and we're done. And this is really coming out a lot more. You know, I think women, especially, used to have like desperation after like a programmed feeding of what your life is supposed to be. You're supposed to cater, you're supposed to be complacent to a man. Okay. So it looks like, just in all the backlash I've seen with this stuff coming out, like, as I said, Aubrey Marcus and Wizard Liz and all that, people are waking up to it now. Women are waking up to it. And this isn't just about bad luck in love anymore. It's spiritual gaslighting, and manipulation, and people preaching things and trying to control other people in order to gain power and not face themselves. Okay. Anytime that you stand up and say no and call someone out that refuses to self-respect and be real and be authentic, your power actually increases. And what I believe is that you are doing work for the planet collectively as well. Because as I said, this I think is what is holding us back right now. There's a large group of people that refuse. Okay. So I want people to realize that you're not bitter, you're not cold, and you're finally clear and taking your power back. And I'm not saying be hateful, okay, be mean, be rude, but be real. There's no greater vibration on this planet than authenticity. It's even greater than love. It's time to stop bleeding for people that won't stop stabbing you. The dark feminine energy is rising. The Lilith energy is rising, and not as a demon, but as the divine code of self-ownership. So Lilith said no. She walked away and she was painted as an evil demon. Okay. And I'm just trying to say, it's okay. It's okay to be called that. It's okay to be painted like that, because at the end of the day, you're standing in your truth and you're really helping. You're helping more than just being complacent, saying nothing. I mean, so have you ever had situations where, you let something go over and over and over again until it completely escalates and something out of control happens because you let someone walk all over your boundaries? And then you're just full of rage. That rage within you is building and it's not healthy. So don't wait to do something like as that rage is building, because that creates more dark and ugly things with you. Shut that shit down right from the get-go. And I think that this is how we save women. This is how we save the collective, by refusing to stay silent when it's easier, by refusing to play nice when it's really killing us inside, and allowing us to be manipulated and lose a part of ourselves as more and more as time goes by. So be raw, be unapologetic, and be magnetic. We're not asking to be seen anymore. We are demanding to be respected, or let yourself crumble like we've seen. Let yourself be like chipped away block by block, little by little, until you don't even know who you are anymore. So you're at a point where you can completely be brainwashed. But I don't see that happening. Okay. So wear the villain tag with pride. So be the villain. Be the person who walks away. Be the person that says no. Be the person that calls other people out, and be the person that doesn't tolerate bullshit. Okay. Because a large majority of the collective, they need to be forced to look in the mirror, and that's the only way it's going to happen. So that is when the true healing will begin. So tag a friend or woman or someone you know that's done settling. Comment if you feel the rage rising and feel this video and feel like stepping into this divine feminine villain archetype energy, because I can assure you it is necessary. So follow, and you're gonna need to watch this playlist about gaslighting and manipulation, and this whole series I'm going to make, because it's going to be very important to protect yourself, and you need to know how these things happen, because they, as I said, they can happen to anyone. Okay, so like, subscribe, and make sure you let me know down below, what are you feeling, what are you going through? Let's talk about it.